Sagittarius, this is Perstephane Rose, and this is for the week of February 16th through the 22nd for my Sagittariuses. Right off the bat, what does Spirit or allies want to talk about? So they want to talk about that there is going to be some new opportunities for you this week. It does look like that you may land the job that you've been trying to. So for a group of you that have been applying for jobs, it does show me the door actually finally opens and you actually get to walk through. This can also apply to loans or student loans or forgivenesses or court, because they show me there's lots of paperwork sometimes associated with this. So it does show me whatever you've been working for, and it may have been like over a year long that you've been working for it since last year, 2023, you finally get the judgment that you're looking for. You finally get the approval to move forward with the project. There is good news coming in, and it looks like it's finally coming in this week, okay? They also are showing me for another thing for my Sagittariuses is please make sure that you are recognizing how hard you worked. You know, sometimes we have to step back and actually look at where we've come from and where we are now and recognize that we have done great things. We have achieved a lot. We have gotten a lot done, and you need to pat yourself on the back for this work that you've done, okay? So they do show me this week, they want you to take maybe 1 or 2 seconds, sit back and actually think about where you came from and appreciate the road that you've traveled. You have come a very long way, and now you are very skilled at what you're doing. Okay, you've become very successful. What else for my Sagittarius is for this week? Okay. They also want to talk about for you that it does look like for a group of you, there is a lot of intercommunication going on this week because they make me hear people chattering in the background. So it makes me feel like there's a lot of communication, lots of talking, lots of communication this week. So don't think that it's horrible if you don't feel like you want to put in, but they do show me people are paying attention to what you say. You may actually say stuff out of jest, not because you're trying to be mean or petty or anything, but they show me maybe they catch you off guard and you just say something random because you're like, I got to fill the space. I need to do something with it. They're showing me watch what you say. People are paying attention to what you're saying or what you're actually putting down in writing. This can also apply to emails or text messages, okay, or voice messages. Whatever you're saying, make sure that you're watching it. I had a person that tell me some good advice is always write or say things like you are going to at some point be held in front of a court. Okay. So just don't be, vindictive. Don't be petty about what you're saying. Make sure that whatever you say is diplomatic this week. People are paying attention to what you're saying. Okay. They also do show me that this week there is a lot of planning that are going to happen. It's not that you haven't done a lot of work, but it's almost like you're running out of, they show me in the next month to 2 months, you're actually going to be topping the goal or achieving what you want. So if this is like buying a house, then you need to make your next goal. What is the next goal that I want to start working on? If this is getting the promotion, then you're actually going to need to work on what the next goal is. Is that making, moving up the ladder at the job or getting a new raise? Or because they show me you need to start looking at your foundation and start adding another layer to the foundation. See how there's one layer down here and then there's a smaller layer that's being worked on right here? They show me that's the layer you need to start working on is this lower layer, because eventually you'll get it as big as this layer below it, but they are showing me you need to start working on this next layer. It's like you've made major accomplishments and things are coming to like fruition or a finish, and you need to start working on the next layer of your foundation, okay? The last 2 cards they want to talk about with you guys is that you have to figure out your balance. It does show me that you're actually pretty happy this week, which is great. I love it when my signs are happy. They do show me there's a lot of celebration, lots of happiness that is around you. It's not a bad week, but it does show me that there is more planning to come. You're going to have to pick up this sword, and they do show me that this is coming probably closer to the end of the summer going into fall. You're going to have to pick up a sword and actually stand your ground. So make sure that you're getting this situated. It's almost like I don't need you to pick up your sword this week because they're showing me there's nothing to fight or there's nothing that will be accomplished if you pick the sword up this week. It is coming, but they keep showing me a lion that's sitting behind a tree waiting for the prey to come. They're not going to jump out now because the prey is way far away and they'll scare the prey. So they're showing me you're in wait time. So this picking up this sword and fighting for something is several months away, but they do show me you need to start planning. So start thinking about when I actually jump out, what claw am I actually going to stab into their back? You know, that kind of concept. Not that this is a bad thing, but it does show me that you need to start preparing for something that's a bigger step coming into the fall, okay? And that's when you're going to have to bring out your communication, your whining and dining of people. Maybe for some people, this may be actually showing finances, that you actually have enough that you can actually invest in that company, or that you can do whatever it is that you want. They do show me there is something big coming in the fall. They want you to start planning it now, okay? The last card they want to talk about is, it does make me feel like you think that everything is, there's a lot of happiness. See all the light, see all the rainbows down here? You've accomplished so much and you've got a lot of happiness working towards you. Please don't think that you're walking into nothingness or depression. I know culturally right now, especially for the United States, this is not just United States. I know this is a world, but there is a lot of turmoil. There is a lot of upheaval, and people are very scared or upset with what's going on economically. They show me try not to focus too much on that. That is going to come to an end, and it's not a bad end. I mean, it's going to be bumpy, but it's not going to be bad. But they do show me that for you personally as a sign, make sure that you're not looking at the dark side of everything, okay? Try to stay focused on more of the positive. You'll open up more doors. See how there's actually a doorway behind her? See the light that's behind him? He's actually walking into an open doorway, which the divine has opened up, but he's looking down and he's only seeing the darkness. So he's like, I'm just going into more darkness. You're not. There's actually a lot of light back here, okay? And you're actually going for your ultimate goal, which may be like buying a house, having a family, something like that, whatever, getting a better job. Whatever this ultimate goal is, you're going to actually come out and see your ultimate goal right there. So don't get too bogged down by the darkness when you're making your plans for long-term future or building onto your foundation. Try not to do that. Make sure that you focus on the good stuff that you've achieved, and make sure that you're keeping a positive state of mind this week, okay? Now, Sagittarius, that is all that I have for this week. If you want to have a reading with myself, Perstephane Rose, or any of the other gifted psychics on my website, please go down in the bio. You'll actually find the information down there. Otherwise, have a fantastic week, and I will see you next week.